Miller's not on my level, so he can't get under my skin. I thought, why am I even giving that guy attention? He's beneath me, and I'll tell that to his face. I will. So I'm not just saying that to the camera. I stand on my business. I'll tell if he was here now, I'll tell him the same thing.
All right, Anthony Joshua is the former two-time unified heavyweight champion. On Saturday, he will take on Otto Wallin in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. That fight will be part of the Day of Reckoning that you can watch worldwide on DAZN pay-per-view. AJ, your third fight now in Saudi Arabia. Are you starting to get comfortable kind of in these surroundings?
Yeah, 100%. I've been a frequent traveler to the Middle East in general, and being in Saudi now for the third time is obviously same location, same culture. It's really good. I'm comfortable. There's nothing I need. I'm content. They looked after us. They put a great card on. I'm sure every fighter here is happy, team's happy. And now we just got a few more days of work and training to do, and then we'll get to do our jobs.
You wanted this year to be something of a throwback year for you, where you stayed active. You didn't like the idea of only fighting once a
Correct.
year, short. This being your third fight this year, do you feel like that's paid off because you've been able to stay in the ring as much as you have?
Massively. I believe like building fitness or breaking a world record can't be done in an 8 week training camp. You can't have 8 weeks off and then just rock into an 8 week training camp and expect to break a world record. One needs consistency, time, discipline over years in order to, a runner to change their time from 10 seconds to 9 seconds. In order for a fighter to make a small leap of improvement, it takes years of dedication. So that consistency I've had this year is definitely been beneficial for me. Obviously, it's been tough. It's been challenging on every aspect, but I feel that it's only going to do me good for what I need to do. Sometimes doing what you need to do isn't always fun, but you got to be disciplined and ruthless and just commit yourself. And I've been committed as much as I can be. And let's see what happens on Saturday.
You're working with Ben Davidson for this fight, and Ben is a brilliant boxing mind. What he did with Lee Wood was excellent. He's done great work with Tyson Fury, Devin Haney. He's still, offering insights to. What should we read into that? Your relationship with Ben Davidson, is this a one-off? Is this something you could see becoming permanent? How should we view it?
It's definitely not a one-off for sure. He's a great, great coach. He has a great team, and I'll sit down with my team after the fight and discuss. But we've kind of just been very, very respectful with each other's time where we're at right now. So obviously, I'm from the UK, and I was working with Ben during times when I was back home. It's not something where I just fight and then I'm like, yeah, I can go and chill out now. I'm someone who's committed. My whole team, my S&C coach, Cena, and everyone I work with is very committed all year round. So this time around, there was no fight towards the end of the year. So we was working with Ben, doing what we're doing, continuing to progress, trying to break records and so on. And this fight was what it came about. And my team spoke to Ben and said, look, are you able to, we've got 7 weeks to 6 weeks. Can we continue our progression? And he was happy with that, and I think he's done a great job. So I respect his time, and we'll sit down and discuss myself and my team, and then they'll have a conversation with Ben Davison after and see how he feels. So sometimes with the athlete, I'm someone who's a student. I'm not going to tell Ben, I want you to work with me. I have to give him myself, and he has to say, I like what I see in Anthony. He's disciplined, he's dedicated. I'll be happy to take him under my wing. That's where I put the coaches that I work with on such a pedestal that they have to be willing to take on another student like myself. So I'm giving him my soul and every ounce of my energy to make sure that if I need to continue progressing with him, I will.
This is a massive card that you're on, maybe the biggest card that we've ever seen in terms of the top tier talent. And a lot of the top tier talent is coming from the heavyweight division on this card. I want to ask you this. Who is more irritating to be around this week? Deontay Wilder or Jarrell Miller?
Miller's not on my level, so he can't get under my skin. I thought, why am I even giving that guy attention? He's beneath me, and I'll tell that to his face. I will. So I'm not just saying that to the camera. I stand on my business. I'll tell if he was here now, I'll tell him the same thing. So he just needs to focus on his fight. I'm not focusing on Miller no more. And Wilder, he's just another opponent. He's not irritating at all. He's someone that will meet each other's paths sooner than later. So no animosity. And my main focus is on Wallin. So I can't let people that have no relevance to this week irritate me at all when I'm fully focused on my opponent.
Before I let you go, you say you're fully focused on Otto, and I think you might have learned, or did you learn a lesson back in 2019 when before you fought Andy Ruiz, all the questions were about Deontay Wilder in New York. Like, do you learn something from that about the need to kind of stay singularly focused?
Massively, these are great lessons I can pass on to future fighters and athletes. But yeah, I'm on the same page as you. It's so important, man. Every ounce of your energy has to go towards your goal. And obviously, we have long-term goals, but we have big goals along the way, which was beating Andy Ruiz, which is beating Otto Wallin. And I need to be fully focused on these guys which are in front of me. So when you ask a question, do they get under my skin? I can't even let it get under my skin this week because I have to be fully focused on my opponent. And that's just how I feel, yeah. And I learned a big lesson for sure.
Anthony Joshua, third fight this year, Otto Wallin, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, day of reckoning. Good to catch up with you, AJ. Good luck on Saturday.